This is the iroad powerpack Max 8, which is brand new from iroad for their new battery packs. And you're probably familiar with the iroad powerpack Pro 12, which we featured on the channel quite a few times comparing to other battery packs. And this one is rated at 12,000 milliamp hours. However, we're not here to talk about this battery pack. We're here to talk about the new powerpack Max 8. So let's open up the box and find out just how big this unit is and what's in the box. So as we open it up, as you can see, the user guide, which, barely anyone's going to read, but it is in there. And here is the new iroad powerpack Max 8. And as you can see, it's very small. So if we compare this to the powerpack Pro 12, you can see quite a bit smaller in size. It's also quite a bit thinner than the powerpack Pro 12. So let's dive in and take a look at the connections on the new powerpack Max 8. So as we can see here on the back, so this is actually your power, ground, and ignition inputs. Now you're probably looking at this and thinking it's 2 pins, and I've had lots of people actually ask me if this was only 2 pins, but it is not 2 pins. It's actually 3 pins. At the bottom here, there's a little sliver, and that's for your accessory ignition input. And then here you have your LCD screen where it's actually going to display your amperage. It's going to display how many amp hours you have left in parking mode. It's also going to display the voltage input and the voltage output going to the dash camera. We also have the USB output. So if you wanted to hook up like some sort of a hotspot, or you wanted to power some sort of USB device off that, it does have this. And then this here is your outputs to your dash camera. So if you're looking to power up your dash cam, which is why you would buy one of these, you would hook up directly to here. So let's take a look at those harnesses a little bit more in depth, which we have here in the box. So the yellow plug here. So we have the yellow plug here, which plugs right into there, just like this. And this gives you power, ground, and ignition output, right? So your red is ignition, yellow is constant power, and black is ground. And these are your outputs for hooking up directly to the dash camera. Okay, and if we take a look at the main harness, which as you can see here, it's got 3 inputs, and you can just plug her in just like that. And then you have your yellow, for which gets hooked up to constant power in the vehicle. Red gets hooked up to ignition, which is here somewhere. There it is. Right? And then your ground, which gets hooked up to ground, which has a nice ring terminal, which, typically is going to work on some pretty good bolts, depending on the vehicle that you're working on. We already had a few people asking if you can actually stack this and add an additional battery pack. No, you cannot. Hence, that's why you would buy the powerpack Pro 12, because then you get 12,000 milliamp hours and you don't need to have multiple battery packs stacked in your vehicle. So, no, it is not expandable in any way, shape, or form. You got your on-off switch right here, which actually turns the unit on or off. And last but not least, there are fuse taps inside the box as well. However, the fuse taps that are included inside the box are not really proper, and we brought this up to iroad. So if you purchase directly from Safe Drive Solutions, we are going to make sure inside the box it has proper fuse taps for constant power and for your ignition hookup. And the main reason why we need to do that is because, well, their ATR Micro 2 fuse tap is not proper. And I don't know, for some reason, there's a lot of companies that ship fuse taps with the ATR Micro 2. And maybe you're one of these people who have fell victim to that. I know I fell victim to this early, where I just couldn't get these to go in on Ford trucks or certain other vehicles. And that's mainly because there's little ridges and everything actually built into this. So if you do purchase it from us, we're going to make sure that it has proper ATR Micro 2 fuse taps. We're also going to have ATM fuse taps, because that is also popular, and the Low Pro as well. So that's very important to us, to make sure to have the proper things, proper fuse taps inside the box. There's also going to be, there's Velcro that's also inside the box. That way you can mount it down. There is no mounting feet or anything on a battery pack. So if you've never installed a battery pack, these typically get mounted down with Velcro. Okay, so how does the PowerPack Max 8 compare in terms of size compared to the other popular battery packs on the market? So as you can see side by side, this is the iVolt Extra, and you can see the iVolt Extra is longer in length. And if we put them side by side, they're both right around the same thickness. So as you can see, the PowerPack Max 8 is smaller and it's higher rated capacity at 8,000 milliamp hours. If we take a look at the PowerCell 8, and you can see right here, the PowerCell 8 is longer as well. And you can see it's right around the same thickness. Now, this is a little bit wider than the PowerCell 8 by just a tad, and I'm trying my best to show you here. But same as like the iVolt Extra, a little bit wider. However, because I believe they skimmed down on that length, I think there's going to be a lot more compatibility to easily fit into more vehicles. So you're probably wondering how this PowerPack Max 8 is going to compare to other battery packs on the market. And we are starting to work on a video that will actually compare how this performs compared to the other battery packs on the market. So stay tuned. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you are looking to support us at all, check us out, safedrivesolutions.com. We do ship products from Canada and the United States. We also supply and install dash cameras and battery packs in Greater Vancouver and Greater Toronto, Canada. Thanks again.